Hi everyone, welcome back to today's trade of the day. And for today's trade of the day, I want to talk about CAD yen, right? Because CAD, firstly, CAD moves quite a bit with oil, and yen is also a safe haven. And we know that the US election is ongoing. Further, tonight is the NFP, so I think it's more wise to stay away from anything that is dollar related, right? So this is the pair that I've chosen for today. So what we have here is really CAD yen on the daily, right? And I know that CAD yen is on a downwards trend. Now, immediately people ask, how do I know that CAD yen is on a downwards trend? Very simply, when markets are in a downtrend, right, it starts off with a high, they make a low, they make a lower high, they make a lower low, they make a lower high, they make a lower low, right? So you have low, you have a lower high, you have a lower low, and yet you have another lower high. Okay, so that is a market in a downtrend. Now we look at CAD yen recently, right? CAD yen makes a high here, it makes a low, it makes a lower high, it makes a lower low, makes a lower high. What we expect price to do is to make a lower low. Okay, so connecting all the highs, okay, very simply, alright, we get something like that. Alright, it's okay to try to touch as many candles as possible without cutting the candle body, so I'm just going to zoom in. Now, what I can expect price to do is at least to play down to the recent low, right? I mean, if price is in a downtrend, it would definitely make a lower low. However, because we want to be safe, let's just play to the recent graphical low. So this will be our daily take profit. Okay, so we already have it. Very quickly, we can also see that price made a strong push down in this leg, right? So let's use a Fibonacci retracement from the high to the low, and we see that the 61.8 is here in line with the graphical overlap. Okay, so let's put a resistance level over here. This will be our resistance for now, and the 61.8 is there, so let's highlight the 61.8. Now if price really were to make a lower low, the target will actually be at a negative 27.2, right? How do I know this negative 27.2? Okay, if you look over here, the lower low generally will be at a negative 27.2. But for now, we are ignoring the negative 27.2. We want to just play to the recent swing low, and we have the resistance here. Very quickly, let's go down to the 4 hours. Now, on the 4 hours, we can also remove this trend line that comes from the daily and tidy this line up. Alright, so I'm just going to pull it to this recent swing low here. Alright, and let's just focus on this area. Okay, we actually see that price has made somewhat of a zigzag. Right, so we can use Fibonacci extension from 0.1 to 0.3. And we see that 200% is here, the 161.8 is here. Okay, so 200% is really in line. Okay, so let's just highlight it, and we also see that price made a push up, right? So let's use Fibonacci retracement from the low to the high, and we see that price, there is actually a intermediate take profit, okay, otherwise a partial take profit here. Okay, and it's also at the graphical overlap in close. Okay, so we have two targets that we can play to now. Now the question then is, where would we put our stop loss? Okay, let's go down, the entry and the stop loss. Let's go down to the 1 hour. Okay, now on the 1 hour, I want to show you guys something. We see that price has made a push down, right? The last leg. So let's use Fibonacci retracement from the high to the low. Open all Fibonacci ratios. Alright, and we see that the 38.2 is actually at this graphical level here, where if we want to be more accurate, this will be our sell entry. Okay, why this level? Because price actually tested this level once, twice, and a third time, right? So it's actually a support becoming a resistance. So this is actually a very strong graphical level. It is quite close to the 38.2, which is why I prefer to choose graphical because sometimes Fibonacci is not always accurate. But nevertheless, let's leave the 38.2 over there. So the sell entry is there. Okay, and I'm just going to tidy all this up. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so you know that this is the 61.8 level. And finally, this will be our stop loss. Okay, over here. I'll back it up a bit to give the trade a bit of room to breathe. So this stop loss was actually found on the 4 hours. Okay, so this actually makes for a very nice trade, right? If we sell here and we have the partial take profit and the full take profit is 112 pips. Okay, and we are risking about 41 pips. Okay, so this is slightly more than a 2:1 trade. Okay, so thanks everyone for tuning in to today's trade of the day. Wish you guys all the best. Take care, stay safe, and remember that tonight there's going to be a lot of important news coming out, so trade safe as well. Catch you guys next week.